More disturbing developments right now in the investigation into the Las Vegas shooting. A law enforcement source tells CNN the man who opened fire on a country music festival in Las Vegas tried to buy tracer ammunition at a gun show a month before the shooting, but the dealer didn't have any available. Tracer bullets allow shooters to see if their aim is correct. That source also says he tried to rig his car to explode if he was fired upon. Investigators are once again saying the gunman acted alone and did not have outside help. They're also trying to figure out what numbers written on a note they found in his hotel room actually mean. 58 people died in the shooting Sunday night, and of the hundreds hurt, more than 170 are still in the hospital today. Well, visitors to Las Vegas often stop outside the iconic welcome sign. Today, there is a new reason to pause and reflect. A man from Illinois has placed 58 crosses there to honor each of the people killed. 66-year-old Greg Zanis has done this before, starting after the shooting at Columbine High School in Colorado. He's also put up crosses after the Sandy Hook tragedy in Connecticut and the Orlando nightclub massacre. He plans to maintain the crosses in Las Vegas for the next 40 days before giving them to the victims' families. Well, we've seen it all week, the stories of heroism in the midst of the horrific tragedy in Las Vegas. It's the best of the human spirit on display. That continues on today. Take a look at this. It's a healing garden that's being constructed with a ribbon cutting set for tonight. It was conceived by landscapers wanting to do some good, and volunteers have spent the last 3 days planting trees, bushes, laying down brick pavers, and building a remembrance wall where people can leave messages of hope. Organizers say the volunteer response from the community has been so overwhelming. It's the reason it was able to be completed in such a short period of time.
I was born and raised in Vegas, so this is my home. And this was an attack on our city, and I felt like I had to do something, and these people mean something. Every single one of them. You know, they had lives to live. They were all so young. Many of them, most of them were my age, so I felt like I had to go out and do something. I couldn't donate anymore. They're overwhelmed with donations, and this is a lasting thing that I could be a part of.
Now, 58 trees, one for each of the victims of Sunday night's attack, will line the park. Organizers hope this can be a place for anyone to help in the healing process, and particularly for those who survived the attack and really just want a place to sit and think. The centerpiece tree was donated by Las Vegas legends Siegfried and Roy. Well, we're just getting started. Remember when the best way to use the internet was through America Online? Well, it made a big announcement today that left a lot of us scratching our heads. That's a little later, only on The Now Wisconsin. Stay with us.
You're connected to The Now on NBC 26 with John Erickson, meteorologist Cameron Moreland, and sports director Charlie Sakaitis. The Now on NBC 26, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. Right now, there are hurricane warnings along the Gulf Coast of Tropical Storm Nate as it heads for the U.S. The storm is forecast to be a Category 1 hurricane when it makes landfall late tomorrow or early Sunday. There are states of emergency from Florida to Louisiana. In New Orleans, people are getting gas and stocking up in case the power goes out. Well, it's time to get a check on our weather now. NBC 26 meteorologist Matt Hoffman is out on the weather deck for us. So, Matt, it's pretty gloomy out there. How's it looking for the rest of tonight?
Yeah, Regina, gloomy, and it's now started to rain outside our NBC 26 studios here in Green Bay, and we're going to see a lot more of it as we go deeper into tonight. Here's a look at Storm Shield radar showing that activity moving up from the south. Right now, fairly scattered across the area, but notice off to the west, that's where there are some even heavier downpours, and that's the rain that's going to be moving on in. We'll take a closer look showing those spotty showers around the Green Bay area, but off to the west, some very heavy rain, and we're going to continue to see this overtake the area as we head through this evening. Temperatures right now right around 60 degrees. We may drop another degree or two, but then actually tonight temperatures will rise through the overnight hours as some warmer air moves up from the storm system. Winds aren't too terribly strong, but these will also be increasing tonight and tomorrow. They're going to be very strong. We're going to see gusts up near 40 miles per hour at times, especially over Lake Michigan, and that's where there is a gale warning out for tomorrow. Waves could be as high as over 10 feet out on Lake Michigan. The storm system really starting to ramp up and moving into the state of Wisconsin. Look for soggy weather tonight through tomorrow. Some of that rain will be heavy at times. Notice those temperatures warming up through the overnight hours through the 60s. Tomorrow we'll see readings top out near 70 degrees. If you're going to be heading to the Packers Spooktacular, good news is at least it's inside because it will be very wet outside through the day on Saturday. Severe threat, though, is very minor. There could be a few thunderstorms tonight, but again, that severe threat is low. The main thing will be some heavier downpours and maybe even some localized flooding or ponding of the water in some of those heavier rain circumstances. Rainfall amounts will be impressive. Many spots picking up over an inch. Some spots locally could see more, maybe upwards of 2 inches. Here's a look at SkyCast showing that heavier rain overtaking northeast Wisconsin through the overnight, and then we'll see on and off rain through the day tomorrow on your Saturday. A lot of this will start to wrap up, though, by late in the day, and then especially as we get into tomorrow evening, and then sunshine in store for your Sunday. So although tomorrow is going to be soggy, windy, not the nicest Saturday, Sunday looks absolutely gorgeous, Regina, with plenty of sunshine. And it will still be a little bit breezy, but it's going to be great for getting outside, maybe heading to an apple orchard or maybe picking out some pumpkins as Halloween approaches.
Well, at least tomorrow we have an excuse to stay in, watch Netflix.